I feel like with everything, you know, the longer and longer you put it off, the more difficult it is to get started again. And then you do it and you're like, wait, I love this thing. Why was I afraid to do this again? So I'm happy to be sitting down and chatting with you all, or chatting to you all, and then we'll chat in the comments after. Hello, hello, hello. Happy whatever day it is. I hope that you are doing wonderfully. I hope that you are happy and healthy and well. I'm excited to be back. I feel like every video I'm excited to be back, and I should just stick around. Y'all know, consistency, never heard of her, but we're doing better. I figured since I've been gone for a little over a month now, we could just have a little Sunday chatty catch up. I could fill you guys in on what I've been up to, and then the next couple of videos will be a little more interesting. So I actually went back to California for a few weeks to spend time with my family and close friends, and it was like just the perfect timing for that trip. I really needed to see everyone, and I'm so happy that I went back, and I went back for the length of time that I did. I didn't post about it on social media really, just because I'm from LA, so my whole life is there. Most of my family is there. Like my really good friends are there, and I never want to post about it and then commit to seeing people and then just like not being able to. So what I do when I go back to LA is I just like tell my close family that I'm there, and then if I have time to see other people, I'll just reach out to people. But it was the most like healing and nurturing trip. I like really missed my family, my close girlfriends, and I didn't realize how much I missed them. I mean, obviously like I miss them, but I FaceTime them like so regularly. I talk to some people every day. There's nothing like hanging out with them IRL and catching up with them IRL, and it was just such a beautiful time, and I'm so grateful for the community that I have there. The reason that I was able to come here so comfortably is because I felt so supported by my friends and family there in this decision. So yeah, it was just, the trip couldn't have come at a better time. Also, I realized that it's just like such an easy trip from Mexico City, and I want to go there more often next year, just like make sure I'm prioritizing visiting my family and seeing my close friends. And I've been fortunate enough that a lot of them have come here to visit me, and are planning to come to visit me again or for the first time in the near future. So it's been really well balanced, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm going back to see my grandma, who doesn't really travel, and my cousins, and yeah, it's on the top of my priority list next year, just to make sure I get back there more often. But Mexico City is still gonna be home for who knows how long. And then shortly after I returned from LA, I celebrated my 1-year anniversary of living in Mexico. I moved to Playa del Carmen on September 7th, 2020. And it feels like a year, and it also doesn't at the same time. I feel like I'm still discovering new parts of the city every day. Everyone always asks me like, well, how much longer do you plan to be here, or when are you moving back, especially my grandma. And although I do like love and really miss my close friends from back home in LA, I don't know when I plan to leave Mexico City. I have not really thought about it. Like, I love my life here so much, and yeah, I have no idea. Like, I know I'll be here like at least another couple of years. And I'm excited to explore other parts of Mexico that aren't just like the beach towns, because I get into a habit of just going to the beaches because I do love the water. But I really want to go to Oaxaca City soon and like create some great videos there. And I've just heard such beautiful things about it, so that's next on my list. I'm going to Holbox, which is an island like north. It's an hour and a half north of Cancun, and then you take a ferry So I'll be making some videos there, or a video there. But yeah, like Mexico City in Mexico feels like home to me for another couple of years. And for that reason, I've really been focused on improving my Spanish classes. I started working with a private tutor. Yo tomo clases después del trabajo en lunes, martes, miércoles y jueves. And I really love my teacher. Yo necesito practicar más en público, pero me siento muy nerviosa hablando en público. I talk about this on my TikTok, but yeah, I just get really nervous practicing in public in front of people who are fluent, which is silly, and I've talked about this before. People are not like ever judging or making fun of you, but pride, man. So it's been a big focus of mine. I actually need to go out and buy some flashcards after I film this because I just need to like practice after class more too, but that's something that I've really been enjoying. And yeah, I'm excited to see like where my Spanish is a year from now. Another update is, it's not really like an update, but something that I've been dealing with in my life. If you follow me on Instagram, you saw that I posted about a healing girl summer. But yeah, I've just been like healing from a situationship, because it wasn't a relationship, even though it felt like one, for the past like couple months. And 10 out of 10 would not recommend ever. But like I've learned a lot about myself during this time and what my standards are and what my boundaries are, and just like getting back to myself. And it feels good. It didn't feel good for a long time, but it feels good now. And it's tough, you know, like it's so easy to convince yourself, or I guess like rationalize like someone else's behavior, or just like take what you're being given, because like in my head at the time, it's like, well, this is better than nothing, and it's like serving me in these ways, so like it's okay. But it's just, you should never try to talk yourself out of what you want. It was like a very difficult decision for me, because this person was like such an important person to me. It's like one of the first people that I met when I moved here, or the first person that I met when I moved here. And I care about them a lot, and I spent a lot of time with them, and they were such a big part of my life in this city. So like making the decision to be like, I can't do this anymore was really difficult for me. And I know like eventually I think I can like have a healthy friendship with this person, but it was just really hard. And yeah, it was just really hard, and it was hard to watch this person get in a relationship with another person, which is honestly like why I took a break from social media, because it was just super triggering for me. And everyone is just doing what they, you know, what they want and need to do to make themselves happy, and I fully understand that. And like it was always communicated to me that what the relationship was. I think I just, you know, got attached and developed feelings and wanted something more, and it just wasn't reciprocated, which is like totally okay. But I learned from that experience, like when someone tells you who they are, when someone tells you what they want or what they don't want, listen to them. Like don't stay in something in the hopes that it'll like develop into the thing that you want, or that they'll change their mind, because most of the time it doesn't. And for me, it didn't. And so, yeah, I've just been healing and getting back to myself. And I've always been someone who's so about like her friends and having really strong female relationships. And since that's ended, I've really focused on building those like relationships in Mexico, and it's been like the most just wonderful thing. I've met some really, really incredible women who have just embraced me, and I'm so grateful for them. And I feel like I'm experiencing and I feel like I'm experiencing a whole different life here with them, and with myself too. Like, when you're not like waiting around for someone to call you, and which is honestly like what I was doing some days, and just like taking control of your life, sis. If you're going through anything like that, been there, done that, you will feel better, you will heal, I promise. I highly recommend buying the book or buying the audiobook, Gentle Reminders by Bianca Spadacino. Really, really good. It's been like super instrumental in my healing process. I'm listening to it for a second time. And I guess the last like cool update that I think is super cool is I bought a Super 8 film camera. If you follow me on Instagram, I like posted about it briefly over there. But that is something that I've wanted for so many years, and I just happened to check eBay when I was in LA when a like reasonably priced Super 8 camera was posted, and I snatched it up. I just dropped my first roll of film off today, so we'll see if anything comes off of it. But if so, like, I am so excited to create some Super 8 short films for YouTube, for all of you. It's a format that I've been wanting to explore for years, and there's just something so like special about knowing you only have, I think it's what, 2 minutes or 1.5 minutes of film, and you're just much more precious with what you capture and thoughtful about it. So I cannot wait to see what that film looks like, and if it comes out, to film some short films around Mexico City. I already have so many ideas, so look out for that. But other than that, I'm just excited. I'm excited to be back on YouTube. I'm excited about life in general. I'm excited to see what this next year in Mexico looks like, for all the people that I'll meet, and yeah, what are you excited for the next, final months of 2021 and for 2022? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for taking the time to press play on today's video. Thank you for showing up for me. Thank you for being so patient with me. And as always, thank you for being here.